Hello, so welcome to the next square of the 50 Stitches Crochet Along, and this week we're making a simple cable. So this is kind of the traditional cable you've seen, I'm sure many times, and it just has this lovely weaving pattern all the way down. It's a 3D effect, so the cable's raised up and it's a single-sided square. So how do we make it? So for this stitch we're going to use a 4.5mm hook, and we're going to start by chaining 32. Then in the 4th chain from your hook you're going to make a double crochet and then double crochet in each stitch across. Remember that turning chain counts as a stitch, so you'll have 30 stitches in total. So when you get to the end you're going to turn, chain 1 and make the alternate turning chain in the first stitch. So I'm just going to pop a stitch marker in there, and we're going to double crochet in the next 2 stitches. And now we're going to start our cables. The cables are made with treble crochets made in the front post. So you have to wrap your yarn around your hook twice, and in the post of the 4th double crochet from where we are now, so we're going to skip 3 stitches around the post of that 4th one, around the post, and make your treble. And then we're going to do the same in the next 2 stitches. So you go around the post and just make your treble as normal. And the same again. So around the post, from right to left, yarn over, pull through once, twice, 3 times, make your treble. So now we're going to go back into these 3 skip stitches. So front post treble again, go back to the very furthest skip stitch, one that's closest to the double crochets, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. So you see we've now got the start of our cable where we're starting to cross. And we're going to do the same for the other 2 skipped stitches as well. Around the post of the stitch in the row below and make a front post treble. And for the last one, see the double crochets have kind of folded over a little bit, so you just have to go through that fold to make your stitch. There we go. And now we're going to make another set of 3 front post trebles in the next 3 double crochet on the other side of the first 3 that we made. 1, 2, that was a double crochet. Try again. Put a treble around the post. There we go. And to the next one as well. And that is the first repeat. So we're going to double crochet in the next 6 stitches, and then we're going to repeat what we've just done. So after the double crochet we're going to skip 3 stitches, make 3 front post treble crochets, then go back to the skipped 3 and make another set of 3 front post doubles, and then you make another set of front post trebles in the last 3, and then you should have 3 stitches left and you're going to double crochet in those stitches. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I shall see you in a moment when I get there. Okay, so we're at the end of the row and you can see the cable starting to form. So now we're going to turn, chain 1, make the alternate turning chain in your first stitch, just pop a stitch marker in there, and now we're going to do back post double crochet in the cable stitches. So the first two were just normal double crochet, and then in the cable stitches that we made we're going to do back post double crochet. So hook from back to front around those stitches and then just finish with a double crochet. Same for the next two as well. These are the nice easy ones. There we go. So for the next three, we do them in the order that they come in through the top. So the ones that now are the back, these trebles, we do the back post doubles around those first. 1, 2, and 3. Do this one over here. Okay, so the next three are the ones that you can see here in front of you. To get to those, if you see there's a pocket created between the two sets of cables, so you'll need to get your hook in between that pocket to get around the post of the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and last one, 3. There we go. So I turn that over. You can see it's just bringing those cables up, and they're now starting to form nicely. Okay, so the next 6 stitches are double crochets. So you just do normal double crochets in these, and then the next 9 cables you're going to repeat the back post double crochet, same we just done, and the last 3 stitches you're just going to double crochet. So I'm going to go get to the end, and I shall see you at the end of the row. Okay, so we got to the end of that row. I'm going to turn, and you can see those cables are coming up nicely now. So now we're going to do our next set of trebles. So we're going to chain 1 and make the alternate turning chain in the next stitch. Just put a stitch marker in there, and double crochet in the next 2 stitches. 1 and 2. So in row 2 we skip these first 3 stitches. We're not going to do that in this row. We're going to treble crochet around those back post double crochets and then these 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so you can see it's looking like it's coming through this crossover, so it's starting to weave, have that weaving effect. So now we're going to skip the next 3 trebles, and we're going to front post treble around the next set. So just make sure you are going through those back post doubles rather than the trebles of the row below. 1, 2, and 3. And the last one. So just make sure your hook goes through the right at the top to make sure you get around the right stitch. 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to go back and front post treble around those skip 3 stitches. So we always start at the stitch furthest away from where we are now, this one, and do the same in the other 3 as well. And through we go. 1, 2, and 3. And you can see that crossing effect is really starting to come through now. So the next 6 stitches are going to be double crochet, so that band in the middle is always just normal double crochet, and then we're going to repeat what we've just done over here. I'll just go back to the original square. Okay, so the entire square is a repeat of rows 2 to 5. Now I showed up to row 4. Row 5 is a repeat of row 3, which is the back post double crochet. So you're just going to back post double crochet around the cable stitches, normal double crochet in this band in the middle, and then repeat for the other side. And you're going to repeat those motifs all the way up the square. And it will just create this lovely weaving effect. So it's much simpler than it seems. It's just a case of keeping track of those stitches, which ones you're skipping, which ones you're going back to. So for the border, you're going to do 13 rows for this stitch. Okay, so for the border, it's a single crochet in every stitch across the top and bottom, and then for the sides, you're going to make 2 single crochet at the side of rows 1, 4, 10 and 13, and 1 single crochet in all the other rows. You probably want to go down to a 3.5mm hook for the border, because it can start to just ruffle up a bit. And don't forget your extra stitch in the corners for the turn. So I hope you enjoy the cable stitch, the simple cable even, and please do come over to the Facebook group if you have any questions, and show us your finished squares. Always love to see them, and I shall see you next time for the next square. Bye for now.